G'day, viewers and listeners. It's Ed Fox with I should say g'day, y'all. I'm down in the South. So we called the show G'day, y'all. It's the Edward Show. So, hey, welcome to our special guest, Samantha. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but, I love watching entrepreneurs. I love watching people build businesses, and you're doing a great job. So first off, can you teach me, and maybe some of our viewers and listeners want to know if they know you, like maybe they struggle with pronouncing your last name. I mean, you must know, like you speak fluent Italian, right?
I speak very little Italian.
Okay, like pasta and cantellini and tortellini.
Yes.
That's about
it. Lasagna, linguine, spaghetti.
Right, like my Spanish is burrito and taco. That's about it.
Yes.
Okay, so how for those of us that are idiots, how do we learn to pronounce? Or not idiots. I'm the idiot. Everybody else is smart.
So the American version or the Kansas version is Lucciarini. But if you want to get authentic and you want to roll your R's and have fun, it's Lucciarini.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I have enough trouble speaking English. Like, let's go with the Kansas pronunciation.
Lucciarini. Yeah.
Lucciarini. Lou. Yeah, I know that place. That's out the back. We call them Dunnies. Lou. Cha, like Charini. R-I-N-I. That's how I'm doing it. Lucciarini. Is that close?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay. Hey,
viewers. So.
G'day, y'all, viewers and listeners. I could redo the front now. Like, hey, Sam Lucciarini is with us today from Real Producers and Be Local. She's one of my favorite people in Wichita. You're in the top 5,000, like, right up there. So just saying.
Love it. But, hey, that's good. That's the top 1%. We're at 500,000 people in the Wichita and surrounding areas.
It's about all the people I know in Wichita. And we first met when you came to Kookaburra, maybe?
Yes, love that place.
Yeah, when I
had like a lavender lemonade tea or something from you.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty good.
Spectacular.
I do miss them. So, okay. So, one of the things I'm known for is my dad jokes. Now, did you grow up around a house that you were getting dumped dad jokes on all the time, or was that never something that was going on in your?
I had an amazing dad who literally he told more jokes than had normal conversations, and not to like be a Debbie Downer, but on his deathbed, he was still like joking with the nurses and pretending that he was dead. And then he'd like scare them. Like, joking is my love language. So.
Right. Okay. Well, great. Well, then we're going to get along great today. So I've been playing with this soundboard, and it's got all. Okay. So when I welcomed you, I wanted to. But if I give you a hard question, I've got the Jeopardy. So that's pretty cool. And then, are you movie fan? Not a movie fan?
This is an interesting question. I enjoy going to movies. In fact, I just went to the movie theater for the first time last weekend, and just like probably the rest of the world.
I thought you said to the movie theater, and I'm like, oh, that's in your. Oh, the movie theater. Okay, I get it.
I like movies, and the people that are closest to me know this. Like, I literally have zero memory for movies. I watch the movie, it literally goes in my eyes and out my ears. I don't remember them. But I mean, I'm down for some trivia or a challenge.
No, I was just, so I'm a sci-fi fan. So I tend
likewise.
In movies, I tend to do a lot of sci-fi. I'm not really an Aliens fan. Like, that's the one show I wish I could have watched, but I've never watched it. Like, I went through that scary movie phase at like 15, like, Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell. And I'm sort of like you though with movies, like in one ear and out the other. I enjoy it, but I don't like dig into the nitty gritty.
I can't tell, like, people are walking around like giving all these movie quotes and like, oh, that's from so and so, and I'm like, okay. I'm glad that my life doesn't depend upon that knowledge, because it will not be recalled.
Right. I can hardly, like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, again, sci-fi. But I, other than Luke, I am your father, which evidently is not correct anyway, right? Like,
right.
But that sort of stuff I can remember. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Like, I don't know where that comes from, and I keep thinking like little British badges, like from the British TV shows and movies and stuff. But that's not the badges they mean. So I like the play on words. Do you have a favorite dad joke?
Shoot, a favorite dad joke. I can't think of anything.
Well, then I'm going to give you a few.
Okay, let's hear it. Sorry, there's a Doberman that can you excuse, I'm so sorry. Can you excuse me for 2 seconds?
You bet. So here we are, folks. So this is intermission. Go grab a snack, grab a drink. Yeah. We'll be right back with you. Oh, I did hear a decent joke the other day, a decent dad joke. I mean,
Sorry, my assistant Doberman doesn't know to like, be quiet.
Be quiet. I'm on a podcast. I'm on a video cast.
Come on, Amelia, what the heck? Okay. All right, let's hear it. What's your best dad joke?
You could have brought him on screen. Dogs always win out over hosts.
Okay, Amelia, come here.
Amelia?
Oh, no.
Like Amelia Earhart?
Exactly.
Okay. Good guess,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, she's a solid. Yeah, she's doing her own thing. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
My assistant needs to be fired.
When we bought a business down in Nashville, and so I've moved down to the Nashville area for a while to build this business up and either sell it or decide to move here permanently. But we're rehabbing the house back in Wichita on 15 acres, turning it into a deliciously wonderful Airbnb. And my daughter-in-law is helping with that. Like, she sent me pictures last night. I'm like, there's nothing left. It's like she's gutted it. I thought we were just redoing the floors and painting.
Gotta start from scratch.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope you know where you're getting the money from. Like, the 3 people that watch the Edward show, like, that's not going to make us rich. So anyway, okay, I got 3 dad jokes. I've been trying to make it like dad joke of the year. So my dad joke of the year for 2018,
okay,
2018, 19, 20, 21. No, I need 4. 2019 it must have been. Why don't you shower with a Pokemon?
Who?
Because he'll Pikachu.
Okay.
Isn't that good? Like, that's very clever. And then the second one that I would do all last year, and then when the kids come over for dinner, I kept telling them the same joke, and they thought I had Alzheimer's or something, but I enjoyed it, just like the look on their faces, like, does Dad not know he's told us this like 20 times?
Right.
I'm like, that's what makes it funny.
Total dad thing where you think this is the first time you've said it, and it's like the 10th.
Right. No, but I'm doing it on purpose just to like confuse them. So what did the 80-year-old pirate say at his birthday party?
What?
I'm 80.
I'm 80. I like it. All right.
Yeah, so that's 2020, and then 2021. I think the winner is going to be this one. I think it's very clever, and I don't take credit for any of these. Did you hear about the Norwegian Navy putting barcodes on the sides of the warships, so when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian? Like, that's really clever. I'm like,
that is clever. That's one that I don't. Yeah. Did you come up with that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't come up with any of it. I just like to, I like to enjoy the timing and the play on words. Yes. Sometimes I get the timing right. Sometimes I don't. I screwed up one on TikTok the other day. It's like, if you know any fish jokes, and I should have said, let me know.
Let me know.
But I said, let me know. And it like doesn't work, but it's still up there on TikTok. So, I've got my own TikTok channel now. So if you want to get a dad joke in the morning and a dad joke in the afternoon, you can follow me on TikTok. And I've got a virtual background here. I love playing with virtual backgrounds. Special Ed Fox.
Old mom now. So I don't know TikTok, but I'll go follow you. I only have like 1 follower. So
okay. You're not on TikTok? I mean, you could do great on TikTok. You don't have to twerk or nothing. You just have to be yourself.
Okay. Well, in my downtime, I'll figure it out. Yeah, my 15-year-old son is too annoyed to teach me TikTok, so I have to learn it on my own, and that makes it a very slow process.
Yeah. So 2 of my kids said, "Dad, you don't need to be on TikTok," and the other kid said, "Yeah, go for it, Dad." Like, And then one of our adopted kids, I've got an Indian Sikh kid that lived with us as a foreign exchange student, and we sort of like adopted him, helped him get into WSU and stuff. And he's living out in California, and he keeps dropping TikTok channels that he thinks I need to emulate, which is pretty cool. Like, he wants me to do a business one and just talk business stuff, because you and I have talked a lot about that. We love that.
Yeah.
So your background is real estate agent family, like property family, and then you've gone in to be a publisher of Real Producers magazines, like the top 300 real estate agents in Wichita. Did I get that right? And you didn't even have to. You didn't have to set me up for that one. And now you're just getting ready to, or maybe you already have just launched Be Local.
Yes, Be Local. Yep, all of that is correct. I'm 3rd generation real estate here in Wichita, Kansas. My grandfather came here after World War II and was working closely with Willard Garvey and did a lot with commercial real estate and a lot of housing for military housing and lots of churches and schools. And so some of my earliest memories were doing property management with my grandmother, and the lessons that you learn A lesson that you learn very quickly is when someone has midnight moved, you do not open that refrigerator.
You know what? Let's talk about that for 1 second, because you are so correct. We had this lady that was in one of our rentals for 4 years. She's a wonderful person, like, and the house was spotless. Like, the house was cleaner than my house. Like, you know, and the only thing she said, look, the kids, because I'm always ragging on her about the yard, and the yard was always a mess, but she said, that's the kids' area. This is my area. And every time you walked into the house expecting it to be trashed, it was perfect, except she got a new boyfriend, and her and the boyfriend up and moved. Cut the ice, the water line to the ice maker, like wrecked the whole subfloor of the kitchen. And then we went to, and then the power had been off for a month, right? And so opened that fridge. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And
it's not a mistake you'll make twice.
No, we'll never make that mistake twice. And we had a friend. He used to be my friend. He's not my friend anymore. No, he's still my friend. But, you know, I had a friend on trade that cleaned out houses and like cleaned up crap and stuff. And he came in and he like straps it with like 3 different bloody tie downs to keep the fridge closed. And he cleans out the whole place for us. Love that guy, Chris Nelson from, I can't even think the name of his business.
Junkernaut? Astro?
No, but he does a lot of landscaping, and he's got a lot of property out near Leon with natural rock, and he does a lot of stuff, but he also was doing some clean outs. And anyway, so yes, back to your point, don't open the fridge.
That's my tip for the day for our world. So yeah, and then I just did a lot of property management and learned about lots of flips and investment properties and government owned properties through my father and mother. And so, yeah, I mean, I've grown up in real estate, and if I'm being completely transparent, I don't love selling real estate. Anyway, I don't love doing that every day. It doesn't fill my cup. And little did I know, God had some great plans for me, and this opportunity to create Wichita Real Producers and bring this franchise to our Wichita community came across my plate early 2019. And it's a godsend. It takes all of my passions, my strengths, my network, my, you know, everything, and just stitches it all together so that I can really like powerfully impact our Wichita real estate community without selling homes. And I love it to pieces. I love to love on.
You're edifying these people. And I always find it's fun to edify and lift up, right? Because a lot of times, one of the things I love about America is we Americans in general are good at self-promotion.
Yeah.
Whereas the Australians are, you know, you're not meant to, we grew up as kids and it was like kids are to be seen and not heard. And like, you don't have tickets on yourself and you don't talk about yourself. And I always thought that was stupid because nobody else is going to blow your horn. You know, you've got to blow your own horn. And so what I love about what you're doing is that when you edify other people and you raise them up, not only do you get warm fuzzies from doing that, but you can actually help them advance in their chosen profession.
It is the epitome of the old adage that if you help enough people get what they want, what you want comes. And I am living that every single day, Ed. And it is fun. I mean, and you're right, that third-party validation is far more impactful and speaks a lot more volume than somebody saying how great they are, or than a brokerage or a broker saying how great their agent is. So yeah, Real Producers. In fact, I just posted this morning. Today is our 2-year anniversary special with our September cover story, Kelly Watkins from JP Wygand. Right. And it's surreal. It's fun. It fills my cup.
I was looking for a button. I was looking for an applause button.
Yay.
So that's great. That's exciting. I've been following you obviously when you became a Trade Bank member after we met and talked, and we're doing stuff with Real Producers. And then when I owned Kookaburra Coffee with my kids, we'd advertised in there. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed what you're doing. And then I'm excited about this Be Local because, you know, with the flag coming to the fore for the last few years, and people are respecting and loving Wichita a lot more than they used to, which I think is a great thing. One of the things I want to do is I want to start a video series like this where we just talk about those people that maybe don't get talked about in Wichita. So I'm calling it Wichita Wow. But you know, I've only got so many hours in the day, so I'm trying to fit it all in.
Well, I have a list a mile long already of incredible humans that their stories need to be told. And they just, so you let me know when you need some names. I've got lots of them for you.
That'd be great.
Yep. So then with Be Local, it's just another franchise under my same publishing company. I knew I wanted to bring this product to our Wichita market 2 years ago when I was launching Real Producers, because it's such a beautiful complement. One of the ways that we help distribute this monthly magazine is through our real estate community. And I've worked my tail off building those relationships with agents, commercial and residential, throughout the city. And so what Be Local is, it's the monthly publication. The problem that it solves is it goes to all of the new homeowners. It shows up in their mailbox within those first 30 to 45 days. And it is a comprehensive, gorgeous, wonderful guide to all things Wichita, all the local businesses to support, who, what events to go to, all the resources. It's just a one-stop shop. So if you are brand new into Wichita, you don't need to search anywhere else. It even gives you all the local influencers and, everything. It just tells you everything. It's perfect. I'm in love with it.
Well, and that's one of the things, we had lived in the same area of Wichita since 2002, when I bought the property to build the cricket field and stuff down by Hayesville. And yeah, so we had gotten our network built, and it wasn't until we moved down here to build this business in the Nashville area that we're like, well, who's going to service our car now? I mean, where do we go to eat?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
where's the closest
Right.
movie theater? Like, where's the closest drugstore? Well, that one's easy because my wife's a pharmacy manager for Walgreens. So we had that one sorted, but that was about it, right?
Right.
And so when you're a new mover, if you want to be one of the first people, if you're a new mover or if you're a business owner, you're both looking to the same thing, to connect with those businesses and with those people. And instead of just Googling, I mean, we can Google and we can read a few reviews, but it doesn't really give us a feel for the business. And so a magazine that is pushed to us that isn't junk because we're going to read it. And for those of us that aren't moving anywhere soon, if we're in the Wichita, or we can look at it online too, right?
That's right. That's right. And so we have a really strong digital and social media presence as well. In fact, we'll reach 100,000 digital impressions per month with our publication. So it is going to teach us locals how to be a tourist in our own town, because we do get in our bubbles. And so we don't know if we're an East Sider, the new sushi restaurant that's out west, or the other events that might be going on, in our surrounding areas. And so it just, but I'm sure there's one in Nashville. We've got 100 Be Local publications in the United States in just 3 years. So the product is on fire.
I have to check it out. I hear of Welcome Wagon, which is not the same sort of thing, but it's similar when they move around. There's a Welcome Wagon in Nashville, and that lady's reached out to me about Trade Bank, but I haven't heard from Be Local. But I'll have to search them out. But I was thinking that, when we, what, I don't know what I was thinking because I lost that train of thought. It's gone. Okay. So we'll move on to the next one. But so what are you doing? I know as a business owner and as an entrepreneur, if we do what we enjoy, we sort of like never work a day in our life, right? Like there's some days that we get a little down, something doesn't go right, but in general, we're enjoying the journey. For you, when you are not actually working, those couple of hours a day, or a couple of hours a week, whatever, what are you doing when you're not working? Where are some of your favorite places to hang out in Wichita? Oh, I know what I was going to say. The passport control on the canal route got taken down. So if you're an East Sider, you can actually head west without your passport now.
Oh, you mean I'm not going to burn up in flames if I cross the river?
That's right. There you go. So, there's a new baseball stadium and everything to check out. So what are you doing? Are you an East Sider?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Coca Dolce. Are you a Coca Dolce girl?
Coca Dolce, Crafted at 21st and Webb. Those are my
we helped them with their coffee machines, installed them, and I say we. I didn't do a thing. Like, you don't want me with a coffee machine.
When I'm out west, I'm at Kookaburra, and that new mural is fire. It is gorgeous. Awesome.
Yeah. So Becky, who was my business partner, and we're ideologically different when it comes to politics. I'm only drinking Lipton tea. I swear.
Are you now?
I just can't talk. But anyway, so like we just couldn't hit it off. But so she took over 100% on Kookaburra, and she's done such amazing things. It looks gorgeous. We love it. Yes, and the food and drink and the staff she's got out there, they're just amazing. And I like the fact that I can, now a plug for Trade Bank, I can just rock up and use my QR code on my phone or scan their QR code by the register, and it's push pay. I don't have to touch any money. I don't have to bring out a card. I don't have to do anything. And so them taking Trade Bank, Coca Dolce doesn't take Trade Bank yet. Resistance
Yes,
is futile. They will be assimilated at some point.
that's right. I've been in sales my whole life. No just means not yet. It's like,
Right.
okay,
That's right. Yeah.
I will grow that. I will grow that. I planted the seed.
Okay. So Coca Dolce on the east side, Kookaburra on the west side for coffee shops. What else do? Do you have a favorite restaurant? Like maybe I don't know about?
Red Rock is my favorite.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't get to Red Rock. Red Rock Canyon, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
On Rock Road, right? Just north.
Right.
Is it just north of Outback or just south of Outback?
It is just south of Outback.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I love Outback too.
Yeah. Well,
that
people,
bread.
On all the on all the Australian Facebook pages, they're like, "Oh, Outback's not Australian." Well, yeah, and a hamburger's not American, or a hamburger's not Australian either. But we all eat hamburgers. That's right. I love the Outback, except when I first went there, my kids were like 3 and 6, and we used to have to go to Rock Road before the West Side was built, right? Back in the day, you probably weren't even born.
Like 150 years ago.
Yeah. But my kids, so this teeny bopper server, like she had to be 18, maybe. She goes, "Oh, that's the fakest Australian accent I've ever heard." Right. And my kids are crying. Like my 3-year-old boy at the time, he's like 29 now, 28, 27, 26, somewhere in there. He has a birthday. Yeah, I don't know. But he's crying like, "Daddy, they don't think you're Australian. Show them your license." And I'm like, "Look, I don't have to show them my license. This is like, it'd be 1998, something like that, 99." And anyway, so finally my kids get my wallet and they pull out my license and they show it to her, and it says Queensland. It says Queensland, which is a state in Australia. Yeah. And they go, and my oldest boy goes, "See, he is Australian. He's from Queensland." She goes, "Queensland? I knew you were Canadian."
God bless her.
Yeah. My kids went into meltdown. I'm like, "Boys, it's okay."
Yeah, no, we don't have to prove anything to anybody. Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, love the Outback. They kept changing owners on the west side, and the service comes and goes. But the last time we were there, we got excellent service. So love that.
Yep, that's a good one.
What do you think is a hidden gem in Wichita? This is kind of off track. We haven't done enough dad jokes yet.
Ed, I actually have a page in the local publication full of hidden gems.
There you go.
I didn't even pay you to ask me that.
No, I know. We're doing this. We're just doing this for fun. We like talking. And we like Wichita. Even though I'm down here right now, I'm still keeping one foot in Wichita. I'm not selling my property. I'm not selling my cricket field. I'm not selling my business. At least not for a few years. But so and if you're not moving, you can look at it online, like we already discussed.
That's right. Yep. And we'll be digital very quickly. So, that's a loaded question. I guess it depends on what category are you interested in, but hidden gems,
pick a category.
I'm a cyclist. I love our 100 miles of bike trails, and the Redbud is my favorite because I can go from Augusta to Goddard. That's a long day, well, no, it wouldn't. But I think that's really cool. The Wichita is actually really bike friendly. Why
the bicycle couldn't stand?
Why?
Because it was too tired. See, I got a joke for you.
The only joke I have is, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. That's the only joke
in my next book. That's an oldie but goodie.
That could be 2022's joke. That's the only thing I've got for you. It's the only thing I remember. Any of my dad's jokes were far too inappropriate. So
see, you know what? One of the things that frustrates me, and I don't know whether you've been subjected to this. I'm pretty sure you have, but a lot of some of the times the old networking groups, and I'm not singling anybody out because it could happen anywhere, but I would see all these wonderful women getting hit on by all of these creepy men at networking events. And these guys would tell dirty jokes, and they think that's funny in a networking environment. I'm like, they've got their time and the place, right? But that's not the time nor the place. And how everybody rags on their spouse or significant other, and I'm married to the most wonderful wife in the world and have been for 30 years. She's an angel,
yes.
Yeah, and she's an angel because she puts up with me. So I say I've had 31 great years of marriage. She's had 30, because the first year, when I missed home so bad, I was a bear, she didn't, but so she's been a saint to be with me. But, I told you that day one, right? I mean, right. I brag on Alice every chance I get. So I get frustrated at these networking events where they tell, bad jokes, they're hitting on all the girls. And I just want to protect them all, and I can't protect them all. But, and some of them said, "Oh, look, that's fine. I can take this all day." I'm like, dude, I couldn't. I'd punch him in the face. So bicycle trails from Goddard to Augusta, who knew? I thought we just had those crappy bike lanes downtown that I'm afraid I'm going to kill somebody because I'm in the wrong lane at the wrong second at the wrong time, and I don't know the green, and I don't know the arrows, and then I don't know the different things.
I know, our Wichita drivers. And it's in the downtown, I learned so much writing this magazine, but in the downtown area, it is illegal to ride your bicycle on the sidewalk. However, that's not what you're going to get in trouble for, but just FYI, if you're riding downtown, you're not supposed to be on the sidewalks.
Well, you're not meant to be on the sidewalk at any time, evidently, because you're a bicyclist. And, the pedestrians have right away. But the interesting thing is my wife sat on a court case one time where this person, she didn't talk about the details, but the overall idea was that this kid or this person rode their bike straight off the sidewalk outside downtown and crossing the street. And most bicyclists don't realize that if they're on a conveyance, they have to operate it by the rules of the conveyance, right? So if you're crossing the street and you want right of way, you have to walk your bike. You have to walk your bike, because if you're riding your bike against a light or something and you get hit, you're at fault. And so this kid or adult, I don't know what it was, rode his bike off the sidewalk straight onto the street, was hit because the guy had a green light, and they sued the guy for hitting him with the car, but the person was at fault because they were riding it where they should have been walking it.
Yeah, dangerous. Always wear your helmet. I always wear my helmet. You just never know.
It depends how many brains you got to protect. So what do they say about like dentists? Like, only brush the teeth you want to keep. Only wear your helmet if you want to protect your brain. If you don't care about your brain, scarecrow land, Precisely. Wizards of Oz. So that's a good tip for the day. We left them with some good information. Yeah. So if somebody wants to get in contact with you, whether it be a business that would like to advertise and be local, or maybe real producers, obviously you're still doing that as well, or a person that has just moved and wants to sign up or wants to look at your digital, how do they get in touch with you, Sam?
Yeah, I've tried to make it really easy. So any of my social media platforms, you're welcome to share my information like within this, but I would love to talk to anybody if they are new into town and have questions and they want to know how to get involved, or especially if it's another trade bank member and they're interested in advertising. So of course, I think I have some of the best products to be able to market to help you reach your target markets. But even if someone just wants to talk entrepreneurialism or networking or how to grow your sphere of influence, like I'm so passionate about that. I will always take a meeting. I've learned to never really say no to a meeting. There's always something to glean. There's always something positive from that.
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. Are you on Alignable? Are you using Alignable platform much?
Because you told me to a couple of weeks ago, yes, I'm finally on Alignable, but I have not put a lot into it. Okay. But yeah, either that or Facebook or Instagram. If you want to go to my TikTok and be my second or third follower, that's fine too. I've got a YouTube channel for all of our videos that we're doing for Real Producers and Be Local. So I'm out there. Cool. Find me.
So do you have a photographer and a videographer, or are you still looking, or are you always looking to add to those?
I am rock solid on staff. Praise the Lord, because I know that's probably most every biggest business owner's challenge right now is staff. However, I do have my 2 photographers for Real Producers and a videography company. And then for Be Local, I have my photographer. So
cool.
I'm
so you're
solid
set.
there.
Okay, so when you're ready to learn more about Alignable and dig into it and find out why I'm promoting it, because I found it really, really powerful. I ended up with 2 businesses on the top 25 in the nation when they did like a Main Street mentor voting program. Hey, nice. So between Canada and US, I think they've got 6 million users. And, most people were excited to be in the top 25, like the 25 of us. But I was on there twice, like a Wichita business and a Nashville business. Like, that's crazy. But again, it's like you said, it's the networking, it's building the sphere of influence. It's never saying no to a meeting, because even if you don't think you've got anything in common, I don't know how many meetings I've had with financial planners, right? Like 1,000 financial planners, 1,000 insurance folks, 1,000 real estate people, especially down here in Nashville. Like, that city's going crazy for real estate, right?
Oh yeah. It's been hot for a long time before COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, always take that meeting, because you never know what you can do to help them. That's the mindset I go in. What can I do to help them? Who can I connect them with? I love playing that. It's better than any video game.
I love that too.
just connecting people. So great to have you on the show. Shoot me an email or a Facebook message or something with all your contact details, and I'll throw that into the show notes. And have a great week. Let me see. What can I end with? Okay, we could end with this one. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on. I'm not really a pink fluffy unicorn person, but I love that. I'm more of like Mission Impossible. That's what we take on as entrepreneurs. That's what we do. And, entrepreneurs are the only people that will work 80 hours a week for 80 hours a week for 100 grand, 80. Oh man, I stuffed it. We're the only ones that will work really hard for nothing. Right. While everybody else is working 40 hours for 100 grand.
That's right. Because sometimes we're very smart and other times we're not, but that's okay. Yeah, that's the life of an entrepreneur.
Right. It's sort of like a restaurant, right? You don't make all the money in the restaurant while you own the restaurant. It's when you sell the restaurant with your Michelin star, that you make your money, right? So it's a lifestyle choice. So, hey, Sam, thanks for being on the show. Let me try your last name. I've got it written down.
All right.
Lucciarini.
Yes.
Bellissimo. Love it.
Ciao.
Okay, we'll catch you later.
Thank you so much, Ed.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.